اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم.
Thanks to Universal, I realized that it's not just about being a good Muslim, but it's about being a good person in general. And I really have been able to grow in Universal ever since I came here in 7th grade.
While there's so many things that set Universal apart from other schools, the investment that teachers and administration make in the students personally, they care about the success, emotional, mental, and academic success of the kids. And I think that's very important.
That is something so unique about Universal, that it actually brings Islam and education together. Islamic values are based on self-discipline, on building the Muslim character.
Without Universal, I wouldn't be praying 5 times a day. I wouldn't be fasting on Mondays and Thursdays. And it's just the environment of the teachers and the students, now my friends. It's a really healthy environment, especially with the after-school extracurriculars. There's a lot of options for us students to be able to learn how to work well with others and really show ourselves and let people hear our voice.
Ever since I joined Student Council, I worked with my peers to produce engaging and entertaining events for the student body. The knowledge I learned from a place I call home has allowed me to volunteer with my local masjid to help educate the youth.
Although Student Council is something that exists in every school, what makes Universal School unique is that we look at it from an Islamic perspective, understanding as elected leaders they have a duty to serve the community in a small and big way. And it teaches creativity, and we always do this with Islam and our values at the center.
These approaches help our students to have a discourse and critical thinking skills around global crisis issues, but even locally.
Without Universal's extremely loving and supportive community, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. I first came to Universal when I was in kindergarten, and now I'm a senior, and my time here has helped me really grow as a person and be connected to my religion and meet my lifelong friends.
When students step foot in Universal School, they know that they're coming to an environment that they are being cared for, and they can also find comfort in being in a community that is relatable to them and has the same beliefs and ideas as them.
At Universal, there are clubs where students, boys and girls, can learn to work together. And there are also spaces, clubs that are boys only or girls only. And as a supervisor and as a student here, once upon a time, I enjoyed that there were both. I appreciated that there were both.
Compared to in public school, I feel like I was more shy, and I didn't really I wasn't as outgoing. And then when I came here, I feel like I'm able to actually discuss with people, to create events and be a leadership and be a role model for others that also feel like they're shied away.
I've gotten so many opportunities at Universal. I've been able to give khatiras and get over my fears of stage fright. I've been able to start clubs, and I've been able to join numerous clubs and just meet the people that I'm going to be friends with for the rest of my life.
You know, the interesting about working with students after school is that you get to see them, differently than you would in a classroom. You see them, with their creative outlet, working through problems, and you kind of see them work through it and in their element, something you don't get to see in the classroom.
I first helped found chess club when, during the summer, I just got really into chess because I liked to verse my dad, and he would always beat me. So I kept learning how to play, and I became really fond of the game.
Being at Universal has given me the opportunity as a leader to step into my own, but also to inspire my peers and use the freedom and opportunity I have as a student to bring everybody out of their shell and make both myself and their self better leaders.
Universal has a team of strong and individual independent students that help build each other up. And alhamdulillah, we've been able to build some strong clubs, just as STEM Club. We've been able to merge our communities together, as well as create strong bonds and find a connection and a balance between both our studies and our deen.
For over 20 years, Universal School has held a very strong Quran competition that prepares our students to go on to compete in an international Quran competition. Alhamdulillah, we are very blessed to have teachers who are highly skilled in the art of tajweed, and there are some huffaz among them.
Quran Careers program started 3 years ago in Universal School. It's an intensive distinguished program that set a strong foundation in an early age for the Arabic language and the Quran studies, and they have enriched their Arabic vocabularies, communication, and pronunciation.
Our goal is to instill the love of the Quran language in our students' hearts and to help them excel in using it afterwards.
Honestly, it's the fact that we are able to conduct our Islamic affairs as Muslims while learning, or that we're able to learn while being Muslims doing it, that we don't have to worry about our Islam being jeopardized or anything like that. It's an environment conducive for learning, and it's an environment good for Muslims.
When I joined Universal, I was in 6th grade, and there was a new middle school robotics team that was opened up, and I thought that was the perfect opportunity for me to be able to participate in my hobbies without fear of judgment. I was able to connect with people like me who were interested in puzzles and math and science. And as I grew up and spent more and more time in Universal, I joined more clubs.
Unibots is our high school robotics team. We help students to gain a lot of skills. We work on fundraising, building, programming, and sharing ideas with other schools. The problem solving will help them in the future. They help the community and for their life.
Alumni that come back and help us really inspires me to come back and do the same. And listening to them help us grow and strengthening our team is very inspiring, and I hope to one day be able to kind of give back to the community in the same way that they are.
So a big reason that I came back to Universal is because of our community. I love that in our classrooms we are role models for our students and we share Islam with them, that we give them advice and they're comfortable to ask us questions and have someone to come to for whatever reasons it is.
Because of how close-knit the community is, everyone from the 12th grade class to the freshman class knows each other very well. After I graduate, inshallah, I want to return and help in any way I can, whether it's coming to mentor different clubs or coming to help the coaches during their practices and coming to watch the basketball and soccer games, because I want to stay connected to this community. I never want to leave it. You know, a part of me will always be here in Universal, even after I graduate this year.